Ooh, a great many things have been happening lately. Seems that the others are still spending a fair amount of time recovering after the excitement of the week prior, and where did that cat sound come from? Those damn beasts are always hunting me. Not even my own home is safe anymore from their cries in the night. But soon, soon we'll not have to worry about that any longer. What? Let us see. We had much more to do up above. And then there was also our new blessings that had been gifted upon us by the shadows in the farm, in the ranch. Check on the animals and ensure they are faring well with their new corral mates, as it were. We do have the training area for the school, for the flat school area prepared at least. But there was much else to do still. And it looks like the light does provide enough illumination over here for the time being. At least the main areas of the course itself will not be harassed by creatures of the night. Night itself is good. And our tunnelways over here continue to be in good standing, so Kareem can still get about. As for who's been making adaptations over by the field of berries, that we still are not certain of. What is something that we will discover? Since our area of relative solitude has been intruded upon, we will find a new place to have our conversations. Because there's much that must be discussed. And speaking with the shadows is not something that is suited to be done when others are around. But let us see how our animals are adapting to their new corral mates. That is something simple enough that we can start out our night with. Let's see, the rabbits have been cleansed. Back down to the base pair. It seems not one of our trading compatriots has gone off on a journey to resupply. So we'll have to make do with the one that remains for the time being. At least our leather production is now in a much more expedient pace than it was before. much more expedient. We'll need to gather some more supplies for the cookery as well, because we must keep that large new member of the community well satiated. I would hate to see where their hunger takes them, should it get too far. But then we must also visit the area down by the Bethel, because it is time for renewal. Gathering over there. Let's see what else needs doing in this area. There's a large tree. Paper production is coming along quite well. Perhaps we could make another path for the flat school from on top of here, but making a waterway down that far would be quite the endeavor. So I'm not certain we will be doing that. At least not at this time. And our iron supply steadily grows smaller. I will have to revisit the cave we went to with Friend Fire. And we do need to make the pathway re-accessible for them, given the loss of that tool. But should that be done before or after the renewal? Probably after would be for the best. We plant the saplings and the rest go into our composter to further the production on the farm. Pumpkin can. Where did we put the shears that we used to carve the pumpkins last time? Did we leave it at the farm, or did we leave it with the communal tools? The still a fair amount of emeralds there, so commerce need not worry for some time. Our leads can be stored up here again. We have done what was necessary with them already. Oh. Let us see. We were going to revisit the cavern. Are we well supplied for such an expedition? Should probably grab some more food. We do have our armor, so there is that. And do we have a we do carry the shield upon us as well. So at least we can go and make the access way for friend fire. And that much we can do assuredly. Now if memory serves, it was this way. It was towards that other encampment that the wandering attackers, not sure if pillagers is the right word, because that would imply they are attacking a town, whereas they mainly seem to target Larry and Barry's trade caravan. Bandits? The bandit camp? We'll go with that for the time being. It was near the bandit camp. Probably should just make a marker for the maps, as we have those ones back by the stables now. So it was a cave across the hill by the snow-filled paths that most of the community sinks in. So it was over this hill for certain. Where was the camp? We can get to work on making the added light armors that friend Kareem wanted in some time. Now that we have the greater leather production capabilities, we do not need to worry about the mass number of rabbits that will require. Gathering what we need from the cows will be a much simpler process. So this is still boundaries that currently are. I believe it was closer towards the wagon. Unless my memory is once again playing tricks upon me. This is the cavern that friend Fire fell in on our return, because they were being chased by the magician. Summoned ice above their heads. But it should be near to here. and the smoke from the bandits' campfire does not rise high enough to get above these trees, unfortunately. That would be the easiest indicator of where it is. But if the task was to be easy, it would not be one. It would be one that had been accomplished many times over by now. Because here's the cave where we found Bloom. The flowered trees. This is the one that Friend Fire said they had been down with the others, but it did not yield results as far as the materials we were searching for. Where's the bandit camp? This way, we may just have to save it until after we have done the renewal. Which would be much less comfortable of a situation. I do not believe that it was this far. We can check along the edge just to be certain, because there was water nearby. We placed a crafting table near the area so that we could make tools with either... Here, there it is. It was over here. My internal map was a bit off, it would seem. I'll have to do some recalibration on that. So it is by those hills, and there we can see the towns. Alright, so it is much sharper curvature than I was expecting. And as for making Friend Fire their way down, or their way to ascend. We can get to work on making stairs for the others at a later time. On, be that way. Gravel beasts. And once we have finished this, we'll be able to go back down and see if there are any more writings that we can discover from whoever was living in that settlement below. At least until our carrying capacity has been reached, at which point we can return to our home, drop off the supplies we gather, and then we can do the renewal. Because it cannot be put off for too much longer. That much the signs are clear on. We should make a storage chest here at the top with the means to make some simple tools at least for the others. Perhaps not armaments themselves, but at least for the tools so that they can gather what is needed. And yet another pickaxe is going to be used on this adventure. We forgot to make another pickaxe of iron before we set out. But it seems we have reached the easier levels to dig through, so it should not be of great concern. Alright, so we have that. Where's the entrance? It was just over here. There we are. We are. Well, we don't have the lights we require. Luckily, there's a forest right here. We can fashion that which we need with what is available. And I hear the creatures of the dark gathering around. Try to take your shots while you can. Unfortunately, it's not going to aid your chances any. We wanted to fashion a storage container. That will suffice for now. And oh, not get the third piece we needed. That is why. There we are. See the fish still gather about. The iron of which we need so very much. We'll gather just a small amount, no more than a stack or so. I feel that should suffice for the most immediate needs that the community has. There are several side areas that have not been ventured into as of yet. Where was the one who fired that shot? I do not see them. Lapis. Fair amount of lava going down here. Does not look like this will aid us in what we search for, though. It does not. Very well. Let us reascend. hello there. You seem to be in quite the pickle there, so I need not worry about you following after. It is just a sentence, so this is not where we are looking to go. So we are looking for the encampment that was here. Well, hello there, friend Blair. Don't mind me, I'm merely passing through. Several of them are here. Okay. That could prove problematic. Let's go ahead and pass to the other side, where there's some cover. A fair few creatures have passed through here, it would seem. There's part of the cavern. Probably should don my armor since I am here. Would hope the food supplies last a decent amount longer, at least. There's a crafting table and a fair amount of fish here. This axolotl has left for us. Do not mind if I do. This could be an area of further descent that was made. Suddenly someone was here and they needed more supplies. This doesn't indeed seem to be the stairway. That was made as an alternative exit by Fire and I. Let's see. And yes, it was this way towards the settlement. Because the path of lights that I left behind. Here is the first building of the settlement. But the text, speaking of cycles prior, do not mention those who lived apart from the community. So perhaps this was one such as that, not an establishment of those who came before. The resistance of the cave is not ideal, but it will sustain us. It will allow us to persist while we gather that which we came here for. I see some front fairs was up this way. The eye still leaves the tracks upon it. It's this here, and grab this one. Where and what to do with the rest of the things that we need. Look, we have what is needed for the renewal. This one, perhaps more so than the others in the past, is of utmost importance, given that which has transpired. But oh, what shall we tell the others if they walk upon us during the renewal? Is it something we should try to explain, or should we just leave their minds to wander? Are we near that which we wanted for our iron off of this expedition? Which will serve us quite well. As for the other materials we have had to leave behind, unfortunately that is the way it must be in this case. No, we do not want to venture too far. Not on our own as we are. The reach of our arm is still short. Far too short to be comfortable with in situations like these. I do hear creatures below, but we are not well equipped to extract them from this situation. They shall have to continue to subsist on their own for the time being, as harsh as that is. Ah, my great foe. For the return to the surface. We'll have needs to bypass the water that is in the stairwell till we find the source and block it off. At least with the torches we have an easy way back to there. This area just connects to other portions. It does not truly bring us where we need. So we must finish reclaiming the stairwell. what the pain this venture shall bring upon us. Cannot be put off forever. Not much is certain. I have shirked my duties for too long. And this is the ascent that we made prior. So we're gonna need to make this one taller as well. Because we'll need to connect to the pathway up above. First, let us go up to the top and ensure our stairway has not become corrupted. Because if it connected to a waterway through creatures of the dark, then that will be quite irksome indeed. So let us check on that. So that is the watered stairway that they have. And that is where it happened. I see. We need to block this off. Oh, need to fill in that one there. Where else? Where else does this accursed flow come from? we are. That should settle that problem. Because that goes to there. So that allows for quick and easy access for the captain and the others down there. Then we have the stairwell, which can be connected right here. Just need to remove the head clearance, and then most should be able to enter here. Come back and make it accessible for... more easily accessible for friend Rare later. But for now, we should return and complete the renewal. And it is daypart. Daylight shines upon us. So there is that. Well, let's just drop those off here for the time being. Don't have any immediate use for them. Now, to drop off our items and complete the renewal. Because the hunger must be satiated. We can drop it off at... Although we do have enough storage space in our home currently. And I believe we'll need to make more this time. Who is that? Do we have a visitor? Intriguing. let's get the iron prepared, drop off the other items, and collect some more food. More food would not be amiss. Let's go and prepare these and cook them over the warm fire. As for our items, perhaps we do not have as much storage space as I believed. We can always make another area removed from prying eyes. We don't have enough to make enough satchels to contain all of our items. So let us go and prepare this. Then I must spend some time. Do I recall the words? I do recall the words. Well, we take these two out, and because they need to be repurposed anyway. This is so we can drop those off. I'll lie, we can leave right by our abode. There we are. And as for these, yeah. Let's drop these off here with the rest of the nuggets. There we are. Now let's go and present ourselves. This is never an enjoyable experience. Now let's tend to the farm one more time. Gather some more cows. as it will take us some time to recover. We might as well tend to the last of what we need today. Sure, the farms are in good standing, crop supplies are well, and our friends will have the food they require until we return. Front fire does still have ample berry supplies upon my check. And the farm crops, seeds are still in good standing. A great fair amount of food here has been supplied. Rabbit meat is available should they have need of it. Corn and wheat are not in such a great supply. Doesn't look like the wheat or corn are ready for harvesting again yet. But we can do something about that at least. There we are. And some bone meal. We might need to expand the area in which we grow wheat for the time being. We will need quite so many carrots. Now that we do have the cows available, we do not need to put that in there. We can put those in. Carrots are on short supplies. We have been going through them at a rapid pace, much like the rabbits. So we can start to rebuild those supplies. Perhaps we'll even make some carrot cake for the others. Perhaps. But those are decisions for a later time. Yeah, we can take the logs from here and get another round of fuel going. The cows will become quite a noise in that corner of the market. But there's not that can be done to avoid that. We could relocate them farther into the wall. Well, that would just make it more difficult for the others to access should they have need. Soon that will be ready. Soon. We can drop the beef off over here to be cooked upon that's completion. Truly, it's not much longer we can put this off. The hour where it needs to be completed by does indeed draw near. Those days lost have certainly hampered my preparations. Darkness to darkness we append. From vibrations old we transcend. Reincarnate, our journey never to end. From echoes to eternity, we resonate.